Cool.
All right, so live, and live.
Hey everybody, welcome to YouTube. This is the Brewnomics episode 75. We're talking about shitty movie remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sequels?
Sequels. Thank you.
Yeah, remix was last week.
Yeah, sorry, missed it last week.
You
My
did.
bad.
It was sad.
My bad.
Sad not to have you.
Mhm.
Yeah, this should be kind of an interesting one. Let's see how it goes. This is what, Sours Part 2, as far as that time we've had nothing but sours too, also, as well.
Yes, it is. Cool.
Let's get into it then. Huh?
All right, guys, let's start the podcast here in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, all our wonderful friends out in podcast land. Thanks for tuning in to another Brewnomics podcast. I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
And I'm Vic.
Hope everybody had a wonderful, safe, and fun 4th of July. Hope you drank some beer and blew some shit up for America.
America.
And if you didn't, well, there's always next year, I guess. How you guys doing?
Excellent, man. I'm good.
Cool.
Got super hammered last night.
We did,
We did.
but, sometimes stuff happens.
Sometimes stuff happens.
So,
Just got a shotgun beer.
last week, we shit on remakes, because you said there are two things happening right now, it seems, remakes and sequels. Not quite unanimously, but sometimes it feels that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we shit on remakes. Now we're going to do our part and shit on sequels. Sequels that made us sour while we drink.
Sours.
Yay. First sour of the evening is one that Paula picked up. This is from a brewery that I actually enjoy quite a bit. That was a terrible pour.
Great pour.
Odell Brewing out of Colorado. This is their Sippin' Pretty. That's like a whole series for these guys. But this one specifically is their fruited sour. Coming in at some alcohol beverage. I don't know. I can't. 4.5. Found it. And on the can, more of a mantra than a beer. Sippin' Pretty is our fruited sour ale, loaded with our unique blend of acai, guava, and elderberry, and balanced with a delicate addition of Himalayan pink sea salt. This beer pops with a bright ruby color and a refreshing tart finish. So sit back, relax, and sip on something pretty.
It looks pretty.
It does look pretty. It's very cool color. It's got that kind of pink. I mean, you can definitely see the Himalayan salt taking over there. Color-wise, yeah, it seems fruity. Maybe
It smells pretty.
it does smell very pretty. I like the smell of this quite a bit.
Yeah, very aromatic.
Yeah, 4.5, little on the low side. But that's one thing with sours. It seems like they're either really low or really high in ABV. But this seems like it's one that's supposed to be a drinkable sour. I guess they all want to be drinkable, right? Sessionable was the word that I meant.
Oh, yeah, that's a good term.
So let's see. What do we got on their website, Vic?
Yeah. So it says it's a 4.5% alcohol by volume, like you had stated. It's available year round, and like most sours, we always recommend glassware to be in a tulip, as they do too on their website from Odell.
Of course.
But the description reads, more of a mantra than a beer. Sippin' Pretty is our fruited sour ale, loaded with a unique blend of acai, guava, and elderberry, and balanced with a delicate addition of Himalayan pink sea salt. This beer pops with a bright ruby color and refreshing tart finish. So sit back, relax, and sip on something pretty.
I'm glad you guys got to hear that twice.
I want to read it now.
You want to read it, Paula?
Do it.
This is really good. It's really mild as far as the sour and tartness goes.
Oh, yeah.
I think so, at least. Not very swalty. Definitely low ABV.
Oh, yeah. It's a soda, man. It's almost like a Radler quality.
Yeah, which they tend to be fruity and low ABV as well. Great for hot day drinking all day long. What's the Untapped ratings have?
So Untapped has us at 3.57, derived from 14,600 ratings. Has a total of 18,000 ratings.
Paula, do you want to read that description on Untapped?
Do it.
You know when you eat like maybe like a sour Starburst, I don't know if you guys had that, or like something like that,
Sure, like a sour Skittle.
and then you get that back end of it. I mean, just let it sit in your mouth. It's already gone, but you still taste it.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of tingles back up here behind your mouth, and that tartness just kind of stays with you.
Yeah.
I didn't find it too refreshing at first, but as more you drink it, the more pleasing it is.
See, that's one thing that I like about this one. I'm not getting that hit of the tardiness in the back of the ear there, like you're describing. I find this to be a little bit more on the gentile side.
As for a sour, I do like mine a little bit stronger.
For sure.
But yes, it's a good one to start out off if you actually want to try sours.
Exactly. I agree. So what do you think of that 3.57 rating then?
It's pretty apt. I actually would rate it at 3.5.
Oh, really?
And I did.
Okay. There you go. I'd give it a 3.25. I think I like it. I like the fact that it's gentle. If it were at a full 5% or maybe a little bit higher, I think I'd give it that 3.5 mark. But I do really like it. It represents itself well. Tasty. I think a lot of people could enjoy this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna double down with you, 3.25 on that one. I think that's a good rating for where it's at. It's light on the sour, which I do appreciate, and yeah, it's very refreshing.
Cool. All right, excellent. I mean, yeah, I always expect good things from Odell. They have become one of my more favorite breweries this side of the country.
Oh, did they? I was trying to make a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I give up.
Odell, yeah, they did.
Hey, there you go. Well
Yes.
done. Well done.
Took a second, but we'll always get there. So let's get into some news then. Let's talk about some new, maybe gimmick leading beer from Pabst that just came out.
Uh-oh.
It's a hard coffee. You guys heard about this? I don't know. It's available in select markets. I haven't seen it yet. Apparently just came out the 1st of July. But it is a hard coffee at 5%.
Oh, I think I saw some sort of picture about that, and I thought it was a joke. I was like, ha, that's funny.
No, it's a real fucking thing. Apparently it tastes like Yoo-hoo is the common consensus.
Weird.
First off, that sounds terrible.
Yep.
Secondly, I want to try it.
That's fair, man. You can't know you don't like it till you try it.
What an interesting gimmick, though. It's just that seems to be the whole thing in drinks now, especially from these companies like PBR and Miller Coors and Anheuser-Busch, InBev, all these different hard teas and seltzers and whatever the fuck, your White Claws and Monacos.
Yeah, those Trulies and those White Claws, dude, those are
Mhm.
cornering the market right now, though.
Dude,
It's
it's
silly.
crazy, and it's amazing how much they sell too.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind.
Silly, man.
Crazy.
Well, imagine you're at the office. What are you drinking coffee there, Jerry? Yep.
Sure
Drinking
am.
coffee.
Having a cold brew today.
So yeah, I thought that'd be interesting. So if you guys get a hold of it or if you've seen it, let us know what you think, because I am curious. And if we see it, fuck, maybe we'll just try it on the podcast just because.
Why not?
Just because.
I don't know. All right, that's enough about that. Moving on. So this is interesting because I really want to watch Quentin Tarantino's new movie, which is called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
But he was in an interview with GQ Australia. They said, what other movie projects do you have lined up? And he said, I think when it comes to theatrical movies, I've come to the end of the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he's no longer doing movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he didn't technically say that. I mean, he said, I think. But is that hinting at Quentin Tarantino retiring from directing movies? He said he still wants to write and maybe do some play stuff, but it sounds like this may be the last Quentin Tarantino movie we get.
Wow, man. It's like the end of an era.
Dude, that would make this movie pretty special, I think. And it kind of has to be good.
Yeah. You don't want to end on a shit note.
Especially if you're someone like old QT.
Good old QT, man. It'd be interesting though, like to see his hand at plays. I wonder how that would look for him. That's
Or if you were to write a novella.
a novella,
Mhm.
like a telenovela.
Sure.
Well, sometimes you guys just, refine yourself and, refine your art. And, if you're done with making movies, that's totally, you've done a shit ton. You've done great ones.
Well, and it's not like he hasn't like done his part.
Like, yeah, he's literally helped change pop culture.
Yeah,
So,
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
You do you, boo.
So I wouldn't be upset about this. If he wanted to end it, I'd be like, good for you. Yeah, good for you, bro. You've earned that and fucking then some.
Yeah, I mean, no one to get in, no one to get out. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Is that movie out yet?
As far as I know, I don't.
I don't think
so.
it's out yet, is it? But I did see the trailer, and it actually looks really good.
I have seen several trailers, and I can't wait to see this movie, man. Especially knowing that this is his last film. Pretty about
It
it.
makes you a little bit more excited, right?
Pretty about it.
At first, I was like, I don't know. I'm definitely going to watch it. I don't know if I'm going to jump out to theaters to watch it or something. But if this really is his last movie, if this isn't just like a stunt, which he's not a man to pull stunts, you kind of got to watch it in theaters.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Check it out.
Speaking of other things coming to an end, Robert Kirkman finally announced that Walking Dead, the comic, is coming to an end after issue 193.
Wow.
I didn't realize there were fucking 193. I think I stopped reading it like 19, 20, 21. I feel like it's somewhere within that one, issue wise. Almost 200.
That's a long ass run, dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I had no idea it was going that long, especially since they're not like your, short comic books that you might see some runs. Every single one of these are, they got a little thickness about them. So I guess cool. Weird number to end on though, 193.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, that's fine, I guess, but I feel like I just want to make it an even 200.
200, yeah. But they're like, nope, I'm out.
We're at
193.
193.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And the story finishes,
Exactly.
on 193.
On 193.
Plus, I think that's a prime number.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I don't want to spend the time doing the math, but
Yeah. I failed school. I don't know.
you didn't. You didn't.
That's true.
I remember graduating with excellent grades. You damn dirty liar.
That's probably right. That's fair. Oh, you using your awesome writing skills? There you go. There it is.
Just scratching out things so I don't say them twice, / being a little obnoxious.
Noise.
So we talked about this a little bit off air, but it's something that I think would be pretty fun. May have been more apt with our last one about remakes. But Mike Richardson, the creator of Dark Horse Comics / The Mask, says he's working on a Mask reboot, like movie-wise, and he already has a female lead in mind, but he won't say who it is. So we're going to speculate.
Ooh, speculation time.
Speculate. We talked about it a little bit last night, and I think we came up with like 3 names, but I did think of 2 more.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Maybe that might be good. But Vic, what do you think?
I think Kate McKinnon would be fantastic as a Mask, 'cause she can do comedy well, and especially physical comedy incredibly well. Plus, she's like super weird.
I think she's fits phenomenally.
Yeah.
I really do. I think Kate McKinnon would be an absolutely great choice. I also think if we're going to stick within the realm of SNL, let's do that. Alumni, Kristen Wiig.
Ooh, solid choice. Yeah.
Cheetah.
Mm-hmm. I think she would be really. Oh yeah, she's going to be Cheetah. Fuck, that's right. I forget.
Up Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see how that one goes.
Mhm.
I also think Melissa McCarthy could be fun.
Yeah.
Because you think it's got to be a physical comedian, right?
Mhm.
But also, I think somebody that can do sarcasm pretty well
Right.
and that's willing to do that. And I think she would be really fun. How about Tiffany Haddish?
I could see it.
She could be a little bit more on the. Sometimes I think she might be a little bit too bold.
Yeah.
I don't know. And if you're gonna do like a, I don't know, Stacey Ipkiss instead of Stanley Ipkiss, I don't know what you would call her. He did. that character was a little bit more reserved and obviously came out a lot more with the mask, but maybe she could do it. I think so. I like her. I think she's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And
She is bold and daring, but I don't know if it would be a good fit, but I could see it.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not like my favorite out of it, but I think it would be a pretty interesting one. And then I had one more thought. What about Aubrey Plaza?
Oh man, that's interesting. Wild card.
Wild card.
Because like she does like quiet, subtle sarcasm super well,
And
but
awkwardness. And if you think about maybe like a hopeless romantic side, kind of like Stanley was.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
But then she turns it up to fucking 11 when she puts the mask on. Oh, interesting. Never seen her at an 11, much less a 2.
I wouldn't know. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the new Chucky, so I don't know how she is outside of like comedic roles.
Well, I think you could be still super comedic with this one too.
Well, it's just like her type of comedy.
Mhm.
So, you know, I can't see her. Like Kate McKinnon, she's so expressive.
Yeah.
That face is just whatever she needs it to be. With Aubrey, it's just like it's almost one dimensional with her face.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, okay. You've got a good point with that.
Mhm.
I could see that. So we'd have to see what happened when the mask got put on, if that's the case. But for me, I think Kate McKinnon is by far the best choice. That's the one that I'd really like to see. But who knows? Time will tell
We'll
if it
see.
even happens.
Could be somebody we have no idea yet. New person on the rise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe it's going to be Cameron Diaz.
Oh man. God, that would be so great. Full circle coming back on that one. Awesome.
Okay. Which one do I want to talk about next? Let's talk about the Lord of the Rings series because I'm super excited for that, even though it's still a long way away.
What's going on with that?
So we do have some updates for it. They got a director for the first 2 episodes. It's going to be J.A. Boyana, who was the director for Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom and Orphanage.
I have not seen Orphanage.
Nor have I.
Hmm.
Have you seen that one, Paula?
Is that before Back to Slutstein?
Yeah,
I think it's after.
it's right after Crotch Capers 3.
Okay, so you got me to weird time. Yeah.
Yeah, but just before back. Okay. Because it's a horror, so I know you're a little bit more of the horror aficionado than we are. So but he's going to do the first 2, and it was originally thought that it was going to be kind of a story of a young Aragon. That is not the case. It is confirmed that this is going. They showed like a map of the place it's going to take, which is Middle Earth Second Age, which of course I'm sure you know this, Vic and Paula, but for those that don't, is about 2,000 years before Sauron creates the One Ring.
Ah, yeah, 2,000 years. Of
Mhm.
course,
Right
it's
around
coming
there,
back to me
couple
now.
thousand. Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So I'm pretty curious to be what it's going to be. It's totally like I said, an original story. They're working really close with the Tolkien estate on here, so they're actually getting approval from a lot of that. The cast is pretty torn on this, like the original one. Ian McKellen's like Gandalf is over 7,000 years old, so I still look pretty good to play this role. I think I was like, that's me. He's like, so I'd absolutely come back into it.
Nice.
And then the guy that played Gimli, I can't remember his name. He's like, this is just a cash grab. They don't want to make a good story. They just want money. Like, so some of them are a little angsty about it, but others, of course, are just don't give a shit.
Yeah, like I'll
And
do
they're
it,
even
man.
open to reprise. So
That's awesome, man.
I guess we'll see. I don't know. I think it can be done really well. And I think the fact that it's on Amazon and they're working with the Tolkien estate and they're taking so much time doing it. I mean, they're still saying it could be another 2 years before we see anything
Wow.
on this. So it's not going to be rushed or anything. I mean, they spend $500 million getting this.
Right. Yeah. So they're willing to spend some money on this.
Yeah. And I think they're going to hopefully do it right. Time will tell.
We'll see.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll check it out. Check it out.
Yeah. Do you guys have any news? I feel like I've been talking so much.
I don't have a lot of news. I would say 0.
0. Okay. I was going to say so.
I was buying time to think, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to lie about it. No, I got nothing. I got fucking nothing.
Well, how about this? We just watched a new trailer today.
We did.
Tell us about that. Tell us your feels. Tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, so we watched the live action Mulan trailer, brought to you by Disney. and it looked pretty good. Yeah, not a sponsor. It looked pretty good. I'm actually kind of excited to see what happens. Although Jerry pointed out that we didn't get Mushu in the trailer, which I'm a little bit bummed about. But my hope is that first of all we get the song "I'll Make a Man Out of You" because that shit brings tears to my eyes.
If we don't, I don't even want to fucking watch this movie.
Mm-mm.
So I need to know that now, Disney. No other spoilers.
But
Are we getting I'm Gonna Make a Man Out of You?
I need that song.
Need it. Hopefully
Hey.
with sung by Jackie Chan.
Hopefully. Oh, God, that'd be even better.
So yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. It looks like they're they're going a full like deep Chinese culture into this one. Looks like they're gonna throw in some like maybe some legit martial arts too. A lot different than this isn't like one of their shot for shot remakes. This looks like something totally different.
Absolutely.
So I'm a little excited for this one.
Yeah, me too, man.
Maybe it'll be one I'll watch. I don't know. Since again, still haven't seen one.
Yeah, I have not seen a Disney live action remake either. This might be the one to do it though.
I think it'll probably be Lion King at this point for me.
Yeah. What's up?
The Facebook Live video just randomly ended, and I don't know why.
Well, that's not cool.
It's not cool. You haven't seen this trailer, right, Paula?
I have not.
Cool.
Well, Paul, how was your week?
You know, I just been working all week. Even though it was a holiday week, I've been working. So I'm tie.
Yeah.
It's a pregnant woman.
Man,
Yeah,
that's intense.
I'm pretty tired.
Just chilling.
Also, just hungover.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how it happened, but just went a little too hard the last couple days, and it was that was a night. Couple of nights we had.
And we're back.
Cool.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, Jared.
Where'd you come from?
You left my peripherals. I thought you were gone forever.
Forever? Oh no! Did you guys hear? This is a big rumor right now, not confirmed, just a rumor. But I'm gonna talk about this while I pour this next beer. But it seems maybe a little bit more than a rumor as far as one of the next big DC EU projects goes. We're talking about the potential of a live-action Teen Titans movie.
Ooh.
Allegedly, the title so far is Young Justice League.
Really?
Yeah.
They're really reaching for that one then, huh? All right.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know. I just don't call it Teen Titans. Maybe because the show. I don't know. But obviously, no director, no cast or anything like that attached to it yet. But it might be happening.
I mean, if they take their cues from the DC streaming service show Titans, it has the potential to be interesting. I'm just curious who they're going to utilize as their main cast. Not like the actors yet, but who the characters are going to be.
Exactly. No, I get you there because to me, Teen Titans and Young Justice League are very different.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
That's an entirely cast of characters, different
Mhm.
cast of characters. Excuse me. So, it's like, which one are we actually going to be? Huh? Because then we can talk about the characters a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell you some people I'd like to see. Well, Aqualad, definitely.
Mhm.
I'd like to see a Miss Martian and a Kid Flash.
Mhm.
That'd be at least my three. Of course, Robin. I mean, that goes without saying.
Robin or Nightwing?
Oh,
Because I guess it doesn't have to be one.
it depends on how young
Because
they
you
go.
could use
Yeah.
Dick, and then you could use maybe a Damien or something like that.
Yeah, if
for
you go Robin,
you know?
you have a whole plethora of them you can choose
Right.
from.
Yeah,
If done right, I'd love to see a cool Beast Boy,
yeah, that would be very cool.
potentially a Raven.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, so you guys haven't seen the show Titans, have you?
No, unfortunately, I've not watched it yet.
I've
So-
been halfway through.
Oh, what do you think, man?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
And then I got logged out and forgot the password, so I haven't been able to watch it.
Oh,
Um,
guess I could help you out with that.
but I would like to see a Blue Beetle.
Okay.
Oh,
But
great choice.
Even more, I
Yeah.
want to see like Roy.
So like a
Red
Jaime
Arrow.
Reyes. Okay,
Red
Red
Arrow.
Arrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Speedy.
Ooh, Speedy.
What they do
Yeah.
with that?
because he has the potential for so much conflict. I think it
Oh
would
my
break a
gosh,
lot.
yes.
It would bring a lot to the team and the role on that one.
So here's something that may or may not change your answers, and I have a feeling it won't. But they have suggested also who the villain or baddies may be.
Oh,
Hive.
huh.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Paula, tell the world what Hive is if you can.
They're kind of like
Yeah.
AIM,
Mm-hmm.
if you know your Marvel.
I was about to say. Using the same word in the definition there.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh,
an
aim
evil-
or yeah,
yeah.
advanced ideal mechanics.
Hydra would be another.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say
Maybe an
Hydra.
easier one for people to understand.
Yeah, man,
But it
advanced
totally
idea
is
mechanics.
like a much lower level Hydra,
Yeah,
if you were, but they want to, like, they did a great one, if I remember right, in the animated series Teen Titans of the Hive trying to take over, which very much makes sense to where you have to pretty much have Blue Beetle come into it.
right.
Because he's one of the major characters with this, but it's like what, trying to brainwash kids through sodas or something.
Oh
That
yeah,
weird episode.
we have the Reach
The
coming in.
Reach. Oh fuck. Oh, okay. So I'm
Yeah.
confusing myself with the Reach and the Hive.
Yeah, the Reach is yeah.
Oh, the
extra-
Hive was on Teen Titans, the animated series.
Yeah, you're right there. I was thinking more of
They both was, weren't they? The Reach and the Hive. Am I out of my mind?
Reach is Young Justice.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
My bad.
Thank you. Okay. Wow.
yeah.
Well,
A little deep there, didn't we?
We got lost, but we found each other. It's
It's
cool.
cool. All
We're
right.
cool.
just confused the shit out of a whole bunch of people listening.
Yep,
Sorry about
guys.
that, guys. We're back. We're back. It's okay.
It's cool.
We'll move forward.
We nerded out there for a second. Came back though. You're good.
That's
Tell
why
us
you
about
pay to
this
watch.
next hour, Vic.
Sure, without reading it twice this time. Oh man. So this next one we're drinking is called Changeling. It is a dark sour ale. It was produced in 2018 by Boulevard Brewing Company, which is interesting by itself. A dark sour ale. You don't see those too often.
You did not, Cotton.
That's right. It is 8.2% alcohol by volume, sitting at 12 IBUs. It
It's almost
has
double what we drank before.
right. Yeah, this is gonna get intense. We have an average rating on Untapped of a 3.96, and that comes from 680 ratings. And their description reads, Changeling is an enchanting blend of dark sour ales aged in whiskey and wine barrels that were inoculated with Brettanomyces and Lactobacillus. Watch or behold, Jerry. It pours a deep ruby color with touches of gold at the edges of the glass, leading the plum and toasty malt. The flavor transmutes into a soft tartness with notes of earthy, funky bread and a touch of lingering caramel to create a delicate balance. I'm not gonna lie, that was just fun to read. Those
It
were
was, dude. What a lot of fun words.
a lot of fun. Inoculated, transmutes,
Oh, funky
cold.
To heck.
with.
Oh man.
So this is a very expensive sour.
Yes. Yes.
For a bottle of this, it it only comes in these big old, I don't even know what you call them, bombers. It's a 1 pint, 9.4 fluid ounces. So it's a pretty big boy. It's got, the cork and the cage on it. And at Brewers Haven, these are like $20.
Are you serious?
Fuck
Yeah.
me. Wow.
I'll have to tell you what I paid for it later.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no, I know what you paid for it later. That's why I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
So this is no slouch here.
No,
when
it's
it comes
not.
to it. We got a 3.96 rating.
Correct.
So pretty fucking well rated. I mean, when you're sitting at just shy of a 4, that's pretty good.
Yes, sir. Well, let's give it a sniff and a taste.
I like it. This is what I want in my sours a lot of times. I like a stronger sour.
This is a phenomenal sour. It really is. It's complex. Again, it's a little bit tartier than the other one. I like the soft tartness. That's a great way to describe it. But there is a lot going on.
Absolutely, man.
But it's definitely plum forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind that.
I don't either. I'm all right with a little plum.
Because it sits it's a good balance on there, right? With the gets a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tartness on there, a little bit of maybe some savory saltiness. if that may be the right words, but it kind of dances on your tongue.
It does. It
I would
does.
say it does a nice little jazz flamenco,
Oh, sure. Yeah. Maybe a little Roomba.
even though I think that's a type of guitar, not dance.
Sure.
But
I think you're right. Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey, it's our show. We can do what we want.
It's how you would dance to a jazz flamenco guitar.
Wow. It was very conceptual there.
But I do enjoy this. I don't know if I would give it a 4, especially since it's so heckin' expensive.
That
But
price.
I'll give it a 3.75. I do really enjoy this. It's super drinkable. The more you drink it, the more you let it warm up. It gets even better with each sip. The lactobacillus is going to be fun. We'll see how that goes. But overall, I dig it.
Yeah, man. Excellently put. It's very, yeah, you're right. It's complex. I get this weird like tickle in the back of my throat. Not really a tickle, almost like a scratchiness. And I think it comes from a little bit of the carbonation of it. But if you're looking at it, it's just chilling. It's very calm in the glass. If we had one, but we have plastic cups.
True.
But yeah, it's tardy, it's sweet, and that it just rides that balance very nicely. I would go, yeah, that price point's a little tough for me. I'm going to do a 3.75 as well. This is a very good idea of a sour. So I'm going to check it out if they do like sours.
I like the kick. It's not a harsh kick, but it's kind of a kickback for me. And like again, like above my throat, towards the top of it.
Yeah.
It's it lingers with the tartness,
Mhm.
but from right when I swallow it to the end of it, it comes with a kick, and that's kind of why I like my sours. I wanted to fight back a little bit.
Oh.
Don't drink me because I'm so good, but I'm going to drink you.
That's true. I have heard Paula likes it when there's a little, they fight back just a little.
Just a little bit, just to give him something.
I guess now it's on
something to do.
record.
Yeah.
But I'm going to triple down on that shit. 3.75.
3.75 across the board.
Nice.
Huh? All right. Cool.
Cool beans.
I don't have any other news, really, that I care about. Unless you guys do.
We care about you.
Oh, that's sweet, but that's not news.
Oh,
It should just be standard.
okay. Yikes.
Way to make
Commanding
us
it
feel
over here.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Jeez.
buggers, you guys care about me?
Yeah, you do.
All right. Well.
I'm good. If you guys are good, let's push through.
All right, man. Well, let's get into our shitty movie sequels.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to be talking about the shittiest movie sequels that made us sour on maybe not the whole franchise, but it did hurt. It left a stink. So these aren't just like bad sequels. These are fucking bad sequels. So yeah, let's get into that. That's going to be pretty fun.
Cuckoo.
Vic, what's your least favorite or one of your least favorite sequels that you're like, man, I love the movie before this, and this makes me not like this one quite as much?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to say Speed 2 Cruise Control. That movie's fucking terrible. Number one, they recast our main actor in there, which I understand because after hearing like Keanu Reeves read that script and he's like, nope, not even gonna do it. It's a terrible idea. And then yeah.
This is one of those movies that's not just panned as one of the worst sequels of all time. It's like one of the worst movies of all time. It's on every list, whether it's worst sequels, worst action movies, worst movies of the 90s, whatever, worst Sandra Bullock movies. Is that Sandra Bullock in that one?
Good
Yeah,
old
she
Sandra
came
B.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, she did.
Willem Dafoe was cheesy as shit in that one, but he was
Right.
probably the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah, he had this weird deal with leeches, as I recall. And that was like he had some weird blood disease he had to deal with. It was just bizarre. But I mean, the
Do not
movie.
remember that.
Yeah, I just pulled that out of my memory somewhere. But I mean, here's the deal: the movie is called Speed 2. All right, it's happening on a cruise ship. Like, I have no sense of speed because when you're on the ocean out there in the fucking middle of nowhere, you can't really tell how fast you're going. Like,
It's damn near impossible.
you're just like, oh, that's ocean. Hey, look, more ocean.
Yeah, no point of references on there.
Zero.
Well, who thinks of a cruise ship? for the sequel to Speed.
Some
Like, what
dickhole.
motherfucker? Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is gonna be epic.
He's like,
Yeah.
well, fucking somebody did.
And then the executives are like, yeah, everything about this, yes.
Yes.
So many yeses.
So many people. Yeah, the guy who replaced Keanu Reeves. Sorry, I just pulled it up. Jason Patrick, who I've never heard of after this movie ever again. So that movie clearly did well for
Well,
him.
we never heard of the director after this ever again either, I don't think.
Jean de Bon.
Yeah.
He's done some other stuff. He's also responsible for the story, so I blame him now.
Yeah.
It's his
Fuck you,
fault.
Jean.
Fuck your family.
Oh man, okay.
Terrible.
Shit,
Terrible.
it's so fucking terrible.
hmm
For me, if we're talking about like the worst sequels, the first one that comes to my mind, because it soured me on everything. I'm talking about Spider-Man 3.
Ooh.
And I know I've said that more. This is not just like one of my least favorite sequels, it's one of my least favorite comic book movies of all time. They fucking butchered everything about Spider-Man. They took out all the glory from the first two movies. That terrible emo dancing, his hair, him hitting Mary Jane, I'm getting mad.
Yikes. Whoa, calm down there, champ. You know what? Take
Calm
a
down, Turbo.
eat a Snickers. Take a minute, bro. All right.
Fuck you, Sam Raimi. I don't know whose fault it is, but Tobey Maguire, fuck you. All of you. Even you, James Franco.
Even you, James
Slap
Franco.
you in your lazy eye.
Well, we did make that. Well, it was like a 2-second video of us just saying "fuck you, Spider-Man 3."
That's true.
We did do that. Yeah, we do
Look it
hate
up on
this
YouTube.
movie.
It's there.
Check it
It's
out.
there.
Yeah, that movie
I mean,
poorly executed.
Thomas Hayden Church as Sandman did pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say that. If there's one saving grace on that one, THC did pretty well. Topher Grace was absolutely wretched.
Garbage,
in that.
man.
What the worst possible casting for Venom.
Yeah,
Like, who approved that?
he's a shit Eddie Brock, man. Like, no, just no. Yeah, it was. Man, I could keep going on about this movie. They just it's just everything.
not though. Let's
All right.
move on. Paula, hate on something.
Hate.
You guys don't want
Hey,
to talk more
hey,
about Spider-Man
hey.
3?
No.
Okay, fuck you, Spider-Man 3.
No.
Oh my gosh, man! So a movie that just destroyed like a good chunk of my childhood. 'Cause the first one was just so amazing. So y'all remember Mortal Kombat?
Yep.
The first one was amazing. It just changed. It changed your life. Dick got bigger, man. You just grew up.
Yep.
I literally remember my dick growing when I watched that movie.
But Annihilation, I remember you guys as well. I'm sure you guys did this because all the kids happened to all the kids as well.
Sure.
You're watching, you're excited, you're in the theater, you go through the movie, and your dick got smaller.
It did.
Yep. Even smaller than it was before it grew the first time.
Exactly.
So it made it shrink more than ever. And it still has not fully recovered.
Which was interesting. Yeah, there's nothing I tried to watch the first one again. I was like, no, not even gonna work again because you already have that movie in your sense memory, and it's just not getting better.
Fun fact: only movie that causes
Penis shrinkage.
Yep.
exactly
They didn't put
And
that on a
youth.
warning. Yeah.
They
Mortal
should.
Kombat Annihilation.
Dude, yeah, that one really fucking upset me because, as you guys know, I'm a huge Johnny Cage fan. And not only did they recast Johnny Cage, they killed him in like the first 2 minutes.
Which is stupid.
It's fucking blasphemy.
And it was so terrible the way they did it too. The new Sonya Blade was absolutely wretched. The way they did Jax was. The CGI was, even for its time, was like an abomination.
It was some sort of
Yeah.
god awful mix of like claymation and somewhat of an effort, computer generated like imagery, like
Somewhat of an effort.
somewhat. It's like some kid like had a really shitty program in high school, and he's like, I know this will be funny. And someone's like, it's great, we like it. That'll be the animality for fucking Robin Shoes Liu Kang. Garbage dragon. Garbage
Different, wasn't it a
Garbage
different rating
Dragon.
too?
Yeah, it's a Highlander.
Yeah.
Highlander,
Mhm.
yeah, which also is one of the worst sequels of all time. Highlander 2. Apparently, I don't know. I've never seen it. That
Oh.
one pops up on a lot of lists.
Yeah, I've heard bad things about that. It's
Yeah.
got your main man Sean Connery in that one.
Yeah, sure.
Sean Connery.
Love Sean
But
Connery.
yeah, I just remember after the movie, it was like it felt like watching Mufasa die over and over again.
Oh,
yeah, that's
God.
annihilation for me.
Damn it.
It
Yeah.
hurts so much.
It's bad. That's a bad situation.
It's a bad sequel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Horrible. Let's see here. What else do we got?
I've got a whole list.
Okay, yeah, let's take that one. You know what? Let's go with
Do you see how many I wrote down?
yeah, that's a few. It's a lot. He just opened his book and it just fell to the floor very comically. It was interesting.
It was.
I would like to do a Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh fuck! How is that one not on my list?
That movie's garbage. First one also not super great, but then it's like somebody
But not terrible,
No,
though, right?
not
It
terrible.
was okay. It was kind of fun to have a Fantastic Four movie. But yeah, the second one, dude.
Yep.
It blows my mind when the sequels have worse CGI and graphics than the movie that came before 'em.
Yeah, absolutely.
And nothing shows that better than that super awkward like dance scene.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
we're-
Because it's fucking the
Mis-
bachelor party of Mr. Fantastic, and he's just doing this weirdo dance, and
And like the strange rubber is it was off-putting.
it very much was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then the Silver Surfer was kind of okay. That one scene where Johnny chased the Silver Surfer the first time, that was pretty dope.
That was cool.
But then you want to tell me that Norrin Rad gets his power from his surfboard?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, that's not
I-
where he gets
Yeah, I
his
think I
power.
remember being like in the theaters watching that, and they're like from the surfboard, and I was just like, "Oh, come on!"
Oh, absolutely, dude. You're like, hold on, you're just gonna separate him from his surfboard? Okay. Well, I'm like, dude, in the comics, you just make another surfboard. It doesn't even matter.
It means nothing.
Goddamn power cosmic.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, God, it's absurd.
Yeah, that one to me was almost as bad as Iron Man 3's change of the Mandarin.
Oh,
which is
that's
just one
right.
of those things that's just an abomination to me. So, and again, hey, here's one I hate: Iron Man 3.
hate.
So many people shit on Iron Man 2, and they are wrong.
Agreed.
Okay, that is not a terrible movie. Iron Man 3 is the terrible movie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a redeeming factor of that one.
I'm the only thing that comes to mind immediately is when Tony Stark is remotely piloting the Iron Man suit and he saves everybody from Air Force One. That was kind of cool.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I
You
like
get
that
the
part.
15 people coming out of the plane.
Yeah, he's like electrocuting their hands so they're not letting go of each other. They don't even have a choice, and he
Feral
just
monkeys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that scene.
Yeah,
That one was
it was pretty
It was a
dope.
shit movie though.
Yeah.
It was a real just like hard blow to the crotch
dude.
watching that
Well,
movie.
especially
Yeah.
because to me, it's not just that; it was also one of the worst representations of like trailer to movie
Mhm.
on there
Oh,
because
yeah.
it made it seem like we're going to get to go down that dark Tony Stark alcoholism battle, grief and loss, especially after the previous Avengers movies in New York and all that shit.
Mhm.
So it was going to be like unlike anything we'd ever seen with the emotion and the drama and the storytelling, and it just sucked.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
PSD was made fun of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And gosh, man, it was just like a feel good movie, if you will. Like there wasn't a lot of hardship within that movie.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He had problems, but like he got over it. I truly enjoyed seeing all the like different armors.
Sure.
Yeah,
sometimes
Until
really
he
cool.
blew him the fuck up.
and
That we knew were just immediately going to come back in the next time we saw
and
him.
that kid
Mhm.
Harley,
Oh,
when he was just like, "Yeah, Dad's leave, don't be a pussy."
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That made me laugh. But overall,
Oh.
yeah, the movie just it's again, that's a weird hard blow.
Is that your guys' least favorite MCU movie? Is it that one or Thor: The Dark Thor?
See, that was my toss up. Yeah. It's either that one or Thor: The Dark World.
And it's just, well, I'm almost might have to say with that one because, and let's see, unless we can outdo it, Paula, you brought up some great points where it actually does have some decent scenes with it. Thor: The Dark Thor is just so boring.
Mm-hmm.
How do you have Chris Eccleston as the main bad guy and be boring?
Yeah, that's hard to do, man. They hearing some of the backstory of that movie, they really didn't allow Chris Eccleston to do what he wanted to do.
Mhm.
That would have probably helped for the better. They really put him in a corner and said, act monkey. And that's what
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. And of course, he's like, okay, I'm a professional. I'm going to do what you want to do. But
Fuck you. Yeah.
like, so what a waste, man,
Mm-hmm.
for such a great talent. And then, just overall, just so boring.
Yeah.
Paula, give us a redeeming factor of that movie.
Man, it's not helping the case at all.
Sure.
But the end credit scene with that whatever that monster was, like still in the shipyard. It was like, I'm like, oh, it's still there.
Oh yeah, it's just raising hell when little
And I
area
did like the
between worlds.
Animatrix type like universe scene when they're just throwing shit into the down the hallway, the staircase.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
it disappeared. I was like the Animatrix.
Oh, that was pretty
But
dope.
I guess
yeah.
it's not redeeming because I'm thinking of a different movie.
Yeah, but
I guess there's nothing, is there?
Thor didn't really gain
So-
any new powers or anything, or like learn anything more about himself. He's just like,
At least his eyebrows looked a little bit better than the first movie.
yeah, that's true. It's stupid.
So okay, all right, then maybe Thor: The Dark Thor is the worst MCU movie.
Yeah, I guess that
I
is.
think
Is that
it
what we're
is.
gonna agree on? Look at
Wow,
that.
yeah.
Damn. I'm glad we talked that out because I
Yeah.
always thought it was Iron Man 3, but
Yeah,
well, we can
Holy
see.
shit! Yeah.
I think it is. All right.
How about every single Transformers movie after the first one?
Yeah, they
Dude.
suck hard, man.
Because
Oh,
the first one was so
Dude.
fun.
yeah,
It was so new, you know, it's
Mhm.
everything we want to see. The robots on the big screen, the visuals, the sound, the explosions,
the Transformers, just fucking transforming sounds, man. Doing some fan service there, dude. It was
and then just
fun.
just right after that, immediately downhill.
Yeah, just dicked us down, man. Didn't like it.
Well, talking about actually shitting on a mythos,
With the
Oh,
exception of Bumblebee, I will say, because that doesn't count.
like
That was one of
it's
these
a
ones.
reboot.
True.
Or,
Yeah, soft reboot or whatever you want to call it.
They really shit on the Transformers universe.
They really
They
did, man.
truly did.
Dude, yeah, it was. And still, I remember watching that second one and that scene of the mom being like high on pop brownies or whatever and just like running through the college and rolling. I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah,
These are not robots in battle.
no,
This is a misrepresentation of edible marijuana
right.
Yeah.
and a really annoying old lady.
Absolutely. It's and like I see and understand moments of levity in like a really hardcore action movie.
Oh,
but, like,
absolutely.
that was way too
And it
much.
can be done
Yeah,
really well
it
too.
can be.
You know, just look at Taika Waititi or Joss Whedon or how a lot of those guys do it.
Fucking yeah.
And then fucking come on, Michael Bay. You know, because it wasn't funny. It was just super awkward for me to watch.
It really takes you out of the movie and the experience
Mhm.
because you go in there and you want to be immersed in a world, and then you see all this stupid ass BS happening, and you're
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I just want to see giant robots. I want to see Pacific Rim. I want giant robots fighting other giant robots.
You
I
want
want
to see,
them-
so you must have loved Pacific Rim too then.
Oh God, that's a fucking another hate, man. Fucking Back Rim 2. What was it? I don't even remember the full name of that motherfucker.
Uprising.
Uprising.
Okay, yeah.
I thought it
Can never
was
forget.
Virtual Chlamydia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Pacific Rim 2, Virtual Chlamydia.
VC for short, man. Yeah, like that movie was hate. Like, that was terrible.
Hate it. Hate it. Hate
I'm-
everything about it.
And I'm trying to find a redeeming quality of that one, but like,
I mean, some of the action was pretty cool.
mhm.
I will see that one scene when they're in like Antarctica between them and that like kaiju
oh,
The Kaiju Jaeger.
Obsidian
Jaeger
Fury.
blend,
Yeah.
Obsidian Fury. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty dope.
Battle scene.
I'll give them that.
So I'll say that, but like the way they just shoehorned in John Boyega as a son that didn't make any sense whatsoever,
Mhm.
and then them killing off what's her name? Yukio?
Mako.
Mako.
Mako Mori. Yeah, you
Mako Mori.
fucking can't kill Mako Mori. It's like killing Johnny Cage. You can't do that.
It was just pathetic, dude. And then just with none of the original cast, but it wasn't just that, or not none of the original cast, but then I don't know, man, the way they tried to make Charlie as the bad guy, and then that fucking it just so much was wrong with that.
Agreed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and the way that like all these little tiny robots like rewrite the DNA of like 3 kaiju and then make a mecha kaiju. Like, sorry, not a mecha, but a fucking really huge kaiju. And
Sure, I mean, Mecha Kaiju absolutely
Kaiju
works,
works.
really.
Totally
Yeah.
works.
that's mega, yeah. Like it's absurd. Like that. I just was like, really, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I am really curious because they're working on that anime Pacific Rim series for Netflix.
Oh, that's right. huh?
Yeah, they've confirmed it's going to be like a 2-season run already,
Okay.
minimum. See how it goes, but than this.
Yeah, I mean, the thing they tried to do was a huge amount of world building with the idea of the precursors and all this other stuff happening that I'm trying to remember that I can't because I'm trying to block it from my memory.
Right, you don't really want to remember it.
But yeah, I could see a lot of world building happening, which was Yeah. And then there's just a couple of cool scenes with giant robots, man. I mean,
It none of the charm. The movie, the cinematics itself was just way too bright.
mhm.
It was. We already did a review about this movie. You guys
Yeah.
can go look back on it, or hopefully find it and
Oh, fuck,
let
we
us know.
did.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
it was just too much. It was too much. It was a popcorn film.
Mhm.
It wasn't Del Toro.
exactly. And I think we kind of touched on that. I'm glad you brought up sort of the visuals on that one. Like it didn't have the GDT color palette, which is sort of like that dark gold blue, just
He does-
beautiful
he-
color.
He's got a gift
He does.
for and not that the visuals were bad in this movie
Mhm.
because they weren't.
No,
They did an okay job with that because you could tell that's where most of the money went into was the CGI,
mhm.
but it didn't have that charm, that flair, that kind of X factor that GDT brings to the table.
Absolutely. It just didn't feel. I didn't feel a weight like I did with the other ones. Like GDT took very deep and complex pains to make sure that the Jaegers like moved like robots, and they were speed up like robots. They like all the mechanics of it interact and change like within it. It's great.
But that and the character dynamics were so much better in the first one too.
Yeah, absolutely.
God, yeah, that one's upsetting me again. But
Yep. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to move on. There's too much.
I know. I wanted to
too
like
much.
it. I couldn't.
Here's so I'm just gonna say kind of 2 for 1 because these were just 2 movies where there was just a first and a second, kind of like Pacific Rim, but these 2 were, I think, maybe even worse than Pacific Rim Uprising when
Sure.
it comes in relation to how they were with the first one. Another one, kind of a comic book style movie, Sin City 2, A Dame to Kill For.
Ooh, yeah. All right.
Did you guys watch that one?
I think I did,
Mhm.
but I'm struggling to remember any specifics about it.
Clive Owen. Is that him?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
Oh,
was
really?
Oh,
the
that's the
star
first-
of
yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Oh, yeah.
And then who's that lady?
Who's that lady?
She was in I think Casino Royale.
I don't know.
Moneypenny?
I
that what you're
just
talking about?
know I watched it once, and it was one I
That's
think
the
I
best
watched
part.
this in theaters and almost walked out. So I hated it so bad.
Yeah.
I never watched it again, but it just makes me angry. And I remember watching a lot of sequel lists. For some reason, this one didn't come up, and I just don't understand why. And the other one I don't understand why never came up was the second fucking Boondock Saints movie.
All Saints Day or whatever.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the shit it was called.
Not fucking cool.
Like, actually made me hate the first movie. And it's not the first movie's fault.
Nope.
But I didn't want to look at their stupid faces ever again because the fucking first one or this one was so bad.
That's so
Mhm.
much hate.
That's all-
That's so much hate.
Hate,
Yeah.
hate.
Hate it.
Yeah.
At least with like Sin City 2, I can look at different faces if I go back to the first one and watch it because it's mostly a different cast, even though they randomly bring back like Mickey Rourke, who's supposed to be dead, but somehow he's not. And then I think Clive Owen is back, and the timeline just makes no sense whatsoever. It's just a wretched piece of fucking shit movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, Boondock Saints made me want to fight Norman Reedus and Patrick O'Flannery, whatever his name is.
Agreed.
Though he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so that'd probably be a tough fight.
That'd be hard. Yeah. Interesting fact about him.
Take him.
Huh.
He's very good.
Yeah.
I've seen some of his videos, and I'm like, okay,
Oh,
you'd be fun.
all
to
right.
roll with. He's legit.
Nice. Yeah, no, that sort of brings up another point of mine, which some movies don't really necessitate a sequel at all. Like the first movie, Boondock Saints, using that as an example, like that was great. It did
Zero need for us.
zero need. Like it's either I can't tell if it's the people wanting more or if it's movie production companies wanting an additional cash grab.
Right.
I can't really tell which one it is or which one.
In the case of
Starts the
Boondock
other.
Saints, I think it was a cash grab thing.
Sure.
Because I mean, the first one was a sleeper.
Sleeper, slow roll, pop culture phenomenon.
And I
Yeah.
think they just realized that and then wanted to finally cash in off of it. And they just, holy shit, did they miss the mark?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I mean, just because it's a movie doesn't mean it needs a sequel. Let it be. Let it exist on its own, you know? That's what I say.
What do you say, Paul?
I hate Back to the Future 3.
Oh God, that's a good one to hate.
Yeah,
I'll give you that, man.
Gets that second one, being an amazing sequel.
Dude, they followed that movie up well. Interesting thing about that though is that they shot 2 and 3 simultaneously.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
which is
No
nuts.
way.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that is interesting because the second one stands up if is not maybe better than the first one.
Mhm.
And then how the third one is so bad.
It's
It's
yeah.
crazy. Kind of like the same thing with like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Dude,
The
I have
second-
got my list.
The second
Oh,
one
yeah,
was
that's
just
right.
as good, if not better. The Secret
Uh-huh.
of the Ooze, I love it. And then the
Mhm.
third one, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
I'm gonna call it
Absolutely.
the Avengers. Damn it, I am just tired and drunk.
Yeah.
It's a whole time travel thing. I fucking hate time travel,
It's yeah.
and it's just going back to the West and then having the train being the the machine you can go back and forth with. It was just all so goofy.
Mhm.
Did not like it. And then USA played it all the time.
They did
All
play
the
it
time.
All the time.
But that's the same thing with the Ninja Turtles, that time travel, taking them back to feudal Japan. But then
Mhm.
again, the different directors, the different voice actors, the substantially cheaper fucking costuming and stuff. Just it's all bad.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, like I don't know why they're like, oh, this will probably make money, but they tend to lower their production budget for sequels, which isn't helping. Like I feel like as a movie company, they need to drop the same amount of money as they did on the first one to even achieve like the same quality.
Well, I almost want to say with the third one, was it a different production company?
Maybe.
I'm not quite sure because I know that does happen sometimes with sequels, like let's say Superman 4. They
God.
changed rights and production companies and ended up just getting the worst piece of shit Superman movie ever in existence, if not maybe one of the worst movies ever. But I mean, hey, Reparo-Vision, am I right?
Dude, yeah. That movie's on my list, man. That movie's garbage, dude. I love Superman so much, and they shit on my dream with that movie.
Well, okay, so I just want to go back to the Turtles real quick.
Yep.
In the first one, you get TURTLE power.
Yep.
In the second one, you get Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go. In
Yep.
the third one, you just shit on our childhood dreams.
Oh,
You
sure.
don't even get a cool song.
Do not get a cool song.
No. It's not the reason you listen to it. No, you
How
don't.
terrible is that? How terrible is that?
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that because don't they time travel like back to like the samurai times or
Yeah,
whatever?
feudal Japan.
Yeah, that's didn't need to happen. Once again, time travel coming up.
It's weird how that makes shits. Paula. Daisy, sit.
Okay.
I don't think it can fall. It's nailed to the wall.
Am I about to die?
No, but it might hurt. I think you're okay.
Okay, sorry,
Thank you, dog.
but yeah, okay.
But yeah, time travel. Don't fuck with it.
It's a stupid ass trope a lot of the
Especially
time.
if that's not the base of it. Like, I mean, Back to the Future, it's kind of hard to shit on. The third one, because you can't say time travel was the issue, because obviously they showed that they can use time travel and make a good movie. But like Ninja Turtles, you didn't start with time travel. Don't just randomly bring it into the third one. It's not
Exactly.
going to help. It serves no purpose.
No,
It just creates a shitty fucking movie.
yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it.
All right, before we shit on some more, you guys want to take a quick break and get into our I'd Tap That series, or does anybody need to take an actual break?
I'm cool.
I'm cool. How you doing, Paula?
Cool.
Cool. All right. So we're going to do our I'd Tap That series, which of course you guys know is when we drink a beer from Idaho, since we're an Idaho-based podcast, and talk about if we would tap it or not. Meaning, is it good enough to put in a kegerator, share with friends over a couple weekends, however you want to phrase it. It doesn't matter. Just would you continually drink this bitch for a while, essentially. This is from Payette. This is their Aura series. This is oolong tea and pineapple sour ale. Brewed and canned by Payette Brewing Company. Every beer in the Aura Sour series radiates a unique personality, exotic qualities that defy explanation. This is sequence number 3. Pretty low one on this guy, only 4% and 9 IBUs. What do we got on Untapped or whatever, Vic?
Ooh, Untapped has this at a 3.84. Only derived from 23 ratings. It's classified as a sour fruited beer. Looking at their website. Let's see, what's it say? Yeah, used Bravo hops. Has acidulated pale pilsner, white wheat. It says it's fun, which is an interesting description.
It's fun.
I'd throw that in there. Yeah.
This series is brewed using live cultures, giving the beer complex characteristics with an aura of flavor about them that retain amusing tart flavors. Well, let's see, Paula, what do you think, Mr. Sour Man?
This is an amazing sour. I like this a lot. It's not like it's the tartness of it. It's just right for me. You know, it's a little strong, but also it's not displeasing. It doesn't stay too long. I think it's aptly rated at whatever it was at. Was it 4?
It's I'm sorry. It is sitting at a 3.84.
3.84. I think that's a great rating. I think it's really just aptly rated for that. I like it a lot. I do. I like that it's you can get it here within the Idaho.
Yeah.
And I would give it a 4.0.
It says it has a it is only available for a limited time. This particular series became available 6/26/19, says for a limited time in 6-pack, 12-ounce cans, and on draft. So I'm not sure how long they'll have it, but get your behinds out there and go ahead and grab this beverage.
Yeah, the Aura series are pretty rotational, so you don't tend to see the same flavor stick around for too long. But this is an oolong tea in pineapple.
I just put my nose right in it.
Have you seen the episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with the oolong killer?
I don't think so. You probably have.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What do you guys... So, Paula, you love this one.
I tap it. Yeah.
Oh, you would tap it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably be a party of me.
Yeah.
A party of you?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because now a lot of people in our group like sours.
This one's interesting. It's a very malt forward profile when you consider it in relation to other sours. It's kind of interesting. I'm not.
Oh, you think so, huh? Let me take a sip and see if I agree. You might be onto something.
Right.
I don't disagree. Yeah, it's not. Well, salt, I mean, they don't tend to be very hoppy in general. That's why you tend to see super low IBUs, if any IBUs at all. Like this bitch is only 9. So we're in single digits, which is pretty rare. But again, mellow, low on the tart. I don't taste a lot of pineapple.
I'm not getting it either. Yeah. And I even took a rinse of water from the last beverage so that I could get a good clean understanding of this one. Not getting a lot of pineapple.
I get the oolong. It does kind of have that tea coating that you get on your tongue, your palate when you drink that, but not so much the pineapple. But still good. Do you taste the pineapple, Paula?
I do, and I smell it as well.
Really?
I can smell a little pineapple. Oh, no, yep. Maybe I'm starting to be able to taste a little bit. Vic, what do you rate it? Would you tap it?
Yeah, the pineapple's gentle. Overall, I do like it. Once again, at 4%, it feels more like a rattler to me. However, for the summertime, easy drinking all day. I would probably rate it a 3.75, and I would tap it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. So this beer to me, it's fine. It's good. It's not as much pineapple as I would like. 4% is way too low. I'm never going to drink a 4% beer. Maybe I'd throw in a shot of vodka with this would be pretty good. Maybe a whipped vodka, get a little bit of that pina colada vibe on it. Maybe I'll give it a 3.25. I think it's a good beer. I'm not going to tap it.
Okay.
I won't drink this again.
It does not meet tap requirements
It
then.
does not.
Okay.
So sorry, Pay It. Looks like you're not getting tapped this time.
Oh shit!
Maybe
All
next
right.
time put a little bit of alcohol in your beer. And if you're gonna say it's pineapple, put some real pineapples in there.
Wear
Mhm.
something sexy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on then. What is your guys' least favorite animated sequel? Do you have one of those? Shrek 4.
Animated.
How about that one? Fuck Shrek 4.
I totally forgot they even made that movie.
With
I think
Justin Timberlake.
oh, good old JT.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen it.
Good.
Yeah.
You should keep it that way.
I can't
The
say
movie
that I have.
sucked. That's,
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, there are a lot of shitty Disney ones like Jafar 7 or Aladdin 7. Jafar Needs Glasses or whatever it is.
You do
Um,
not diss that movie.
All those straight to DVD ones, but those don't count. You know, it kind of has
Sure.
to be like a theatrical release.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Shrek 4 because I love Shrek. I love Shrek 2. Shrek 3 somehow they still managed to make really good. And then Shrek Goes Forth was not a win.
That was the full title. Shrek 4, Shrek Goes Forth.
I think it was just Shrek Goes Forth.
Okay.
It
I
was
swear.
Forth.
See what they did there.
I
Yeah.
could be wrong. I don't
Mm.
fucking care.
Yeah. I could say I didn't watch it. Like I wouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Okay.
You shouldn't.
Glad we
Shouldn't do
talked it out.
Yeah.
Cool. God, I'm trying to think of an animated movie. I don't.
Me too.
You know what? I don't think they needed to make sequels of.
Hmm.
How I Trained Your Dragon.
How to Train Your
How to Train
Dragon? Yeah.
Okay.
But at least the sequels were good.
I mean, they weren't bad. I think the movie itself would have just sustained it. Itself,
I
if it
absolutely
was just
agree.
that first movie.
The other one was, even though the sequel wasn't bad but unneeded, was I think like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, that was totally
Yes.
unnecessary.
Mhm. Like I
Yeah,
said, not bad,
not bad, but
didn't live up to the first one and totally unnecessary.
and you hold up. You know what I just watched? I watched Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh no.
It was fine.
Okay.
Unnecessary sequel.
Sure.
Yeah, as long as
Sure.
we're talking in that same
That
vein.
one definitely seemed unnecessary.
Mhm.
And I think Will said that one. I think he said he went and watched the second Lego movie, which I have not seen,
Oh, I haven't seen that one either.
but I've heard not good,
Yeah,
but totally unnecessary.
totally unnecessary. Like once again, like there are some movies that can stand by themselves. It's once again this circularity idea between like, do the fans want it? Does the company make it? Do they do both? Because yeah, I guess here's my thought on that one. Movies are a huge financial cost, right?
Oh yeah.
And so if a movie does well, they're like, oh shit, let's do that again because we made so much money the first time. And so from a financial standpoint, I totally understand it. But from an artistic standpoint, like just let it be, bro.
But here, what I would like to see is maybe like the mathematics behind it, right?
Sure.
Because you sit there and you think you're going to use the same formula and it's going to succeed. But how many times has the sequels actually ended up making money or bombing?
Yeah.
Because to me, it seems like if we were to make, obviously we have this list. My guess is when we do a list that sequels that are better than the first one, it's going to be a much shorter, much more difficult list to come up with.
Oh, that would be a real hard list to come up with. Yeah.
Right. But this one, we could almost have 20 of every category,
Mhm.
rather it be animated, comic books, live action, comedy, whatever.
Yeah.
Live action, just action.
I see what you did there. But yeah, that brings up the question though. Like, why do they continue to do that?
Exactly.
Why do they do that?
Because it's easier just to throw money at that and hope it sticks than actually putting a whole lot of money into a new original idea, I guess.
I think so.
But
Yeah.
either way.
But here's what I think. People are to blame because it still makes $1 somewhere.
yeah.
And so
we still show up and watch them, right?
Exactly. So I mean, like, if we don't want these to be made, don't fucking watch them.
Exactly.
That's
And
your fault.
Then maybe we won't get like Zoolander 2 and Dumb and Dumber or
Oh God, Zoolander 2, Son of the Mask.
Son of the Mask.
Damn
Dear
it.
God.
Anchorman 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Damn you, Ron Burgundy. Damn you.
Damn you. We love you, Ron, but come on.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess yeah. That's my soapbox about that.
Yeah, I mean, if there were one movie that I watched that when it came to any sequels, I wish really just didn't exist, is The Matrix.
Sure.
Okay. Because The Matrix is one of the greatest things ever to exist.
Oh, easily.
Reloaded's fine. It's not good, but it has some moments in it.
Mhm.
And then Revolution is just
It's a Dragon Ball Z episode. Yeah.
but
Kinda
not
was.
a good one.
Not a good one. Yeah.
Well, it's stretching to Dragon Ball Z. It's not really good. I love it, but it's not a good show.
Yeah. And that's a great point to bring that up, because I mean, once again, The Matrix, a movie that can literally stand on its own, and it did for a few years,
Yeah.
a couple of, almost 10 years, right?
Mhm.
And someone was like, you know what? Let's do that again. In fact, let's not only do that again, let's do it a third time, because we had so much fun the second time.
Right, and we did such a good job of giving because the first one was 99. I think the second one was 2006, 2007, something almost 10 years.
So, yeah.
And then the third one came out the same year as the second one.
Oh yeah, then they purposely planned that one. That was
Mhm.
actually sort of because they pulled the same deal as Back to the Future, and they shot them simultaneously.
That was a bad plan.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Do you know why they do that though? And same thing with Lord of the Rings. All three of them were shot back to back at the exact same time, but that was meant to be, because they knew they're going to do a trilogy with that. But the very first Star Wars trilogy, Mark Hamill, between the second and the third one, Mark Hamill got in that terrible car accident and almost died and got that facial scarring from it.
Yeah.
So now a lot of them just is like a risk cutting thing in case something happens to the actors. We'll just do them back to back if they know they're going to do sequels.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Just to maintain like the illusion. as it
Well,
were.
yeah, but also like if you look at, say, Harry Potter, with those ones in so many different movies, and how some of the last ones they had to shoot kind of sequential there were because the growth spurts that these motherfuckers have sometimes you can't account for. It's like, oh, you
Yeah.
just went from 9 to 17 in 2 years.
Yeah.
Whoops. And then
Whoops.
you'll look at one of the other ones and you're like, nope, you still look like the exact same little child that was in there. So that would
Mhm.
probably have to be a weird age or like weird thing to deal with if you're trying to do something like Harry Potter or the Hunger Games, where it stars a bunch of younglings.
Yeah, that would be super difficult. Yeah, mostly because of what you just mentioned, like growing at that rate for that
Mhm.
line. Yeah, it changes everything. Like changes the whole game. Interesting though, but it makes sense. I see why they do it. I do that as well.
No, absolutely, it makes sense. But
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
That was fun.
How you guys doing? I have more, but I'm getting a little tired. Where are we at time wise?
Oh gosh, where are we? Hour 11.
Oh, that's it. Dang, we're going pretty quick on here. Well, I guess we got to keep talking shit then.
We can't.
It's just it's like our civic duty
Well,
at this point.
let's talk some more shit then.
Let's talk some shit on Terminator, because it's weird where this holds, and we'll talk about this when it comes to the next time we do the best sequels. Somehow the distinction of having a sequel that far outshines the first one, going from T2, from the first Terminator, which was really good, but the second Terminator is one of the greatest action movies of all time, and it's so much better than the first one, which is quite a feat. And then you get the third one, which was garbage, and then you get the fourth one. What, I don't even remember what the fourth one was called,
What was it?
with Christian Bale.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Who cares?
Yeah,
Garbage.
that was garbage.
And then the worst of all, Terminator Genesis. Oh,
Saving grace of that movie. What's the line, Jerry?
these goddamn time traveling robots always covering up their tracks.
That line right there. Jesus, dude, I had to relocate. I'm sure. Yeah, we both did when we heard that movie. Jesus Christ, that was ridiculous.
It was so stupid. Oh man.
I haven't seen past T2.
You don't need to.
I never had planned to.
I think you made a
know?
great choice there.
Yeah, I am gonna watch the next Terminator that comes out, the one they're working on now.
Oh yeah.
But that's just because they're bringing back Linda Hamilton. I'm all about that.
Straight up.
So we'll see, and it's gonna be like a complete reboot. So literally everything after T2 no longer exists in the Terminator universe with this one.
Wow.
Really? Just clear cutting it.
They're
huh?
just
They
straight
knew what
clear
to
cut.
do.
So that's
Yeah.
part of it. So yeah,
Okay.
3, 4, Genesis. What is for Revelations? Revolution? Who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever. Paula,
Yeah.
talk some shit.
So the first G.I. Joe, it was an okay movie. It was very, action filled, like a summer blockbuster film. The second one, they got really high and they forgot what they were doing. they killed out the main fucking character in the very beginning, Channing Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
Duke, they
Well-
killed Duke immediately.
Once again, yeah, killing the fucking mate. That's stupid.
And that's one thing that bothers me is not just when they do it that way, so they can try and shoehorn some new cast into it or whatever, but just so unceremoniously on top of that too, to where it just disrespects everything these motherfuckers set up for the franchise in the first place.
Totally. And you bring in The Rock, and you think it's redeeming. It's not.
Right.
It
Yeah.
is not.
Mm-hmm.
And also fucking Ninja Mountain Battle. That sounds fucking awesome.
Hmm.
Very disappointing.
Yeah.
The RZA is in it, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's the only redeeming factor, and he's really shitty in the movie. But it's just you're just like, oh, it's the RZA. Dude, I spent 2 hours in that movie with Vic, I believe. Just kind of like, what are we watching right
Yeah.
now?
Why are
It's
we
not a
like
cartoon.
Nope.
It's we wasted like $12 that day.
We did. It goes to happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the blame for that. Yeah.
I'll take the
No,
blame
I
for
mean,
that.
we
dude.
all,
I mean, the
we
first
all would
one
have
was
watched
awesome.
it, right?
Yeah.
But that one just fucking hurt, dude.
Yeah. Fucking killing. Oh, God. You know what? Another hate. Fucking Batman and Robin.
Oh god.
I can't say anything.
I
So you're so right. Again, the most notorious one, and a lot of people will sit there and defend the other Batman movies. Every single Batman, from Batman 1989 to Batman and Robin, suck. They're
Yeah.
not good. Okay, and yes,
They're
I'm
not
including the Michael Keaton ones. I get it. I've watched them recently. When have you? Come at me, and then if you're like, "Oh, I love it," and you haven't watched it since you were a child, fuck off. I don't
Yeah.
care. You're just nostalgia ridden. Go back and watch it as like an actual movie. None of them are good.
That's fair. You
Okay,
know what?
But
I
this
am gonna
one
lie.
takes it to such an extreme level that it doesn't even. It almost killed comic book movies. It's so bad. We almost lost an entire genre of movies due to Joel Schumacher and his little fucking neon vomit shit. Whatever he did with this fucking movie, he almost killed it.
He did. Yeah. That's
Thankfully,
outrageous.
we survived. But fuck.
Took a long time to forget. And there's stories of George Clooney. Like if somebody said, "Hey man, I'm watching you in Batman," he would immediately give people $20.
Right.
Just
He
to say,
probably,
"I'm
I'm sorry. He probably spent more money getting under the fucking shade of this movie to his fan base than he made from it. What a garbage movie. I mean, you made Val Kilmer look like a great Batman, bro.
Yeah.
Costume changes.
Costume
Bat
changes.
nipples,
That's what I love about the movie. The heat
Robin
is
cod
on.
pieces.
Fucking
Batmobiles.
credit cards.
God
Dude,
damn fucking
ex-
credit cards.
expires. Never.
Never.
Ice skates. I mean, it was the ultimate just live action cartoon.
I mean, man, I remember this is one because I was going back. I was able to somehow sit through all of the Batmans, except Batman and Robin. This one, I'm just like, I can't
Yep.
do it.
Can't do it.
I'm out.
Mhm.
It's too much.
That's fair.
That's awesome. Because I sat through and I was like, man, this is just so zany. I'm in it.
It's not even bad good or so bad it's good. It's just bad.
I mean,
man.
and the only thing they didn't do in that movie was like superimpose the pow and the ka-ching on over the screen, which
Right.
I argue that it would have made the movie just
I
a little
agree.
bit better.
I agree wholeheartedly. It would have made that better. Wouldn't have made it worse.
Wouldn't have made it worse.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. The other one. So I'm just gonna bring this one up because it's the first time I ever remember watching a sequel that it was one of the first movies that stood out as being bad to me and making no sense. And that's the Halloween 3. It's like the Witching Hour or whatever it was. I don't even give a fuck what it was called. But Mike Myers was not in it. So it was like supposed to be this weird thing where he was in a coma after the second one. So to keep some sort of love for the franchise going, they just stuck Halloween on the title, made it Halloween, and then it was some series of like it's Halloween mask company. You'd put it on and I'd take over who you were as a person, and you start like murdering
Well,
thing. I don't know. It was just
Not good.
And it wasn't a Halloween movie. That's the biggest thing to me. Is it was just like I remember just watching, just remember being like, I just was violently lied to. I was told this was something it was not. This is not a Halloween movie.
Hmm.
Why is it called that? Why is this a thing? What the fuck just happened? Yeah, I don't know. How do you have a horror movie where you completely remove your iconic horror villain from it?
It's not.
Mhm.
It shouldn't even be in the same universe by
That
that.
shouldn't. It's another one where I hope the people that came up with it and thought it was a good idea all got stage 3 syphilis or something. Just died of violent, scabby death.
Just a lot of venereal
Mhm.
disease.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you deserve it.
Yep.
You deserve it.
What
All
you
the
brought
VD.
upon the world.
Yep.
Dude, Austin Powers Gold member.
How dare you?
Can't do it. Can't do it. I went through like a marathon with Drew Jerry, and we got to Gold member, and I was like, dude, this is shitty. This is goddamn shitty.
You don't like him pulling the skin off and eating it?
I love God.
I don't mind that at all. It's just the whole movie. It's just hard to watch. Beyonce and all that shit. I'm like,
It's
this
so
is way
bad.
too much.
God,
Well,
she
there's a
was
reason
foxy.
we don't see Beyonce in movies anymore.
Now she's in animation. That's a live action animation. She's knowledge, isn't she?
Yeah, I guess, but it's probably just because she's gonna sing.
Probably
Do that. Do that.
Mm-hmm.
double troop.
Gold.
Yeah, that was, not great. I'll give you that. Those movies are just fucking zany and bonkers to me as a whole, though. So I mean, It
But
is
the
what it
first
is.
two, I took it as Batman and Robin, but that third one, I was like, can't do it.
Can't do it?
Yeah, that's
Really?
like how you
Oh,
guys feel about
that's
that. I'm like,
awesome.
can't do it.
To me, that's
Interesting.
almost like the second Wayne's World. It's
Ooh.
nowhere near as good as the first one
Yep.
because they changed directors, a lot of stuff changed with it, and it just was nowhere near as good. Not as bad as Goldmember,
Yikes.
but still did not do good.
I get it
Not
though.
Mike Myers' worst work. It's always the Love
The Love
Guru.
Guru. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, that's garbage movie. Garbage.
Another one as a kid that I remember almost shitting on the entire thing for me because I love Karate Kid. I even love Karate Kid 2. But you want to talk about Karate Kid 3? Fucking Hillary Swank. How dare you?
The $1 Million Baby.
She was great, the $1 Million Baby, actually,
It's an
but
amazing
not in the
movie.
Karate Kid 3. That was one of the, I remember, forced cash grab things because Ralph Macchio was too old at that point, but just not good. There's no heart. There's no charisma. The karate was shit. Why did it happen?
I didn't even watch it, man. to be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
Oh,
Said nope.
at least we did get Cobra Kai.
Did we? Oh, the YouTube show. Okay. Yeah. I was
But
like,
I still need to
okay.
watch the second season.
Oh yeah, that's out. Oh, gee, I didn't even touch it either.
Me
Okay.
either.
All right.
But yeah, that one was terrible. I think I'm running out. Oh, all the Star Wars prequels. We haven't talked about those ones.
Let them
They
hear it.
each kind of have some of their own redeeming qualities, right? Like the pod races in the first one, some of the action in it was really cool. We get Mace Windu out of it. Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan is phenomenal. But that poor kid that played Anakin in the first one, I don't know what his name is, but he got so bullied and beat up and depressed afterwards.
Oh,
And then afterwards, you get Hayden Christensen, which how is he famous?
you got me, bro.
He's
got
literally
me.
done nothing good ever. He is a wretched actor.
I think he gave up the game for, as far as I know.
He fucking should have. Do us
Yeah.
all a favor. Go sell cars or something because you definitely can't act.
Yeah. Talk to Jeremy Piven. He moves cars, motherfucker.
Sell them.
Sell the metal.
Sell the metal. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Interesting thing too is I learned the guy who played Jar Jar Binks, he did the motion cap and the voice for him. He nearly committed suicide because the amount of hate that guy got. Like he was like literally found on a bridge, about ready
So
to jump
I
off.
remember watching an interview too where he's like, people say it's not you that we hate, it's Jar Jar. No, it's me. I am Jar Jar. And I was kind of like, get the fuck over yourself, bro. It's
Yeah.
not. It's Jar Jar. Most people don't even know who you are if they see you on the street.
Yeah.
It was just, I think a lot of his was, I have no respect for that guy. It was all just need for attention.
Yeah,
on there and
he
trying
did.
to, like,
He did oddly internalize a lot of that, which is bizarre.
unnecessarily.
Mhm.
That's It's just weird to me.
I hate Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Everybody does, man.
But I don't hate the guy behind Jar Jar. It's not
I
his
didn't know who
fault.
it was. I didn't even look him up. Yeah.
Exactly.
He was
That's
told-
what I'm
he's-
saying.
Yeah, he was told what to do. All right.
Yeah. I don't know which one's worse though from all the Star Wars prequels. Uh-oh. Who's vibrating? Who is it? Oh, is it Paula?
What is that?
Oh man.
It's weird. There's an alarm set.
Oh, that's weird how that happens sometimes. Probably accidentally hit PM instead of AM on something.
Oh
I tend to do that sometime.
I don't know how that video looked.
Probably looked wonderful. And then how about every single Pirates of the Caribbean except the first one?
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, a whole movie series of movies off a fucking amusement park ride. But yeah, you're right. That's weird. Yeah, I think I watched the first three, and what are there like 6 total, 5 or 6? I don't
Too
know.
many.
Yeah, it's just way too many.
Yeah. And I think I do hold only the first one is any good.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair. The other one's shit. Like,
I would say all the Fast and the Furious sequels, but that would assume the first one's good.
I'm talking to the wrong crowd.
yeah,
I
I
know.
can't
I
agree
know.
with that one at
I
all.
know.
I just
Both like, fuck you, man.
those movies are hyper realistic superhero movies, man. Let's be honest, they're silly. I
Oh,
love it. I'll keep watching them. Finding the Furious 9 comes out. Get ready.
yes. And then Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs, dude, I'm looking forward to that motherfucker. That's gonna be silly as fuck.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be pretty fun. I don't know. Well, let's finish up on our last beer, unless you guys want to take a quick break before we do. I kind of have to pee.
Okay,
That's fine.
that's cool.
Yeah, we can do
we can break it up.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, come back and drink this beer and finish on up. We'll see you soon. I'm trying to hold it, but I can't anymore. Hi, Darren.
Oh, hi, Derek.
Oh, hi, Derek.
Where are we at time-wise on here?
Hey, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to end it right now. I'll come back later, maybe. Okay, bye-bye.
Keep that going.
Yeah, let's keep YouTube going.
Yeah, I wish YouTube you could just like pause, but.
Very curious. Yeah, this audio rolls out.
So I'm really curious. I can't wait to find out.
Did Daisy like ring on this or something?
She like hit it and then like it moved forward, and I was like, that's still moving forward. So that's why I was like, I gotta do that.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Nick.
Unmute that. Cool. All right, we got the supplication next. Neat.
Oh yeah, we gotta bring up scene,
But not column scene.
but not call him scene. Oh, you totally missed it, bro. It was awesome.
I heard it. You guys mentioned that like several times. I'm like, oh yikes. And then
It was just
Jared told me about it. I was like, ah, okay,
yeah.
gotcha. You want to get that on Max?
Oh, he's probably not going to make a noise.
Oh, that's probably right. Who's bringing his BAC?
Paul is.
PK is cool. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
Hey there, Brew Crew. Welcome back to Brewnomics. We really hope you enjoyed that advertisement. I hope you learned something about yourself. Oh, dick. We're dying here. We're dying here. What's happening? We're
It
being
did
attacked.
make a sound.
It did make a sound.
For those of you, Jerry just popped the top on our next beer. It is known as the Supplication by Russian River Brewing. It was caged with a cork in it, and you just heard that uncorked.
Yeah, that had a good pop. Yeah, these guys are from Santa Rosa, California. This is going to be an interesting one, yo. It's a sour ale barrel aged 9 to 15 months. It's an ale aged in Pinot Noir barrels with cherries added and re-fermented in this very bottle.
And it was brought to us. It was given to me by our good friend Sean, Social Lubricant.
Yep, you've heard him on the podcast a few times. Really great dude, really great knowledge, great home brewer. He's not a big fan of sours.
And what's funny is I think did this like because I said I was going to bring the sour in for the show. Did they just is it what made it the episode? Like why not just do another sours?
Well, a little bit. That one, and then we had that dark sour,
Mhm.
and then I said something about being sour on sequels, and it just
Just sort of
It all just worked out.
worked out.
bloomed.
Yeah.
It bloomed.
So, but yeah, I guess you could say yes. This was the start of it.
We'll say thank you, Sean.
Absolutely.
Overall,
So I'm excited to try this one. I'm excited to share it. We got a good little story on the back of the bottle. I've talked too much. Vic, you can read it if you don't mind.
Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Let's see how you feel about it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Here we go. This is available in a 12-ounce bottle.
So this is a 12-ounce bottle that came with a cork and a cage.
Yeah.
That's special.
Let you know it's a serious drink. Let's see here. So I'm reading the back of the bottle. It says the beer inside this bottle took more than a year to make, a reasonable length of time for a fine wine, but not for beer. This is in fact a brown ale aged in used Pinot Noir barrels, as Jerry mentioned. During the barrel aging, sour cherries, Brettanomyces, Lactobacillus, watch your beehole, Jerry, and Pediococcus were added to each barrel, imparting a nice cherry flavor and sourness. While most winemakers and brewers cringe at the idea of adding Brett and bacteria to their wine or beer, our brewer, Vinny Cilaruso, I apologize for butchering that,
Yeah.
embraces these unusual ingredients in beer despite his winemaking background. So, okay. And ironically, Vinny decided his winemaking days were through when he discovered it takes more than 21 days to make a beer. Years later, it takes him over a year to make this beer. Supplication is re-fermented in this bottle to create its carbonation, a process commonly used to make fine champagne and sparkling wine. Let's see here. Oh god, this is so weird. Spent yeast farms a thin layer of sediment in this bottle, adding yet another layer of complexity and flavors. Pour slowly as to allow the natural yeast sediment to remain in the bottle. Did we pour slowly?
No,
Okay, cool.
I don't think I poured it quickly.
No.
I did not read that part before. I poured it. I just poured it normally.
I think this is a 2016 version as well, if I remember correctly. Like this is a grit. He's had this for a while.
This smells smoky.
Yeah, you're correct, Paul. It says 09 bottled on September 2016.
Still smells great, so it's clearly been stored very well. Thank you, Sean.
Aged in a cool, dark place. Yeah. So I'm looking at their website. It says a little bit less what I just read on the back of the bottle. so I'm not going to read it. It has original gravity of 1.060. Take whatever that is. Alcohol by volume is 7%. Has a red amber color, and a bitterness is high. High.
High bitter. High bitter.
What do you guys think?
Ooh.
What do we got on Untazapped?
I'm sorry, I'm juggling. Let's see here. Untapped has this at a 4.3, and that is derived from 56,000 ratings.
56,000?
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ. I can't believe they made that many of these beers.
I'm kind of impressed as well.
Hi.
You looks like you went in for a taste. I saw your face.
Yeah, it got a little squinty.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like this.
Okay.
It's smoky. It's tart. It literally just punched me in the right cheek. It's smoky. Like I can taste the oak in it. I am not. You guys know I'm not a fan of that smoky taste in my beverages.
Wow.
This is fucking intense.
Yikes.
This is not for me. This is one of those sours that makes me not like sours. Maybe it's that intense Pinot Noir white grape taste to it. Pinot Noir is white wine, right?
Mm-mm.
Is it a red wine? Is it a
Mhm.
sweet wine? I
Not
feel like I
really.
don't like Pinot Noir.
It's more of a drier wine.
This is very dry.
Yeah.
I don't know my wines
It's all
because I
right.
don't really like wine.
Well, you're good. I don't know a lot about them, but I've had a fair amount of experience with them.
I'd say you have more than I do with it. I'll give you that. Yeah, this is strange.
Yeah, you're right. It has a very smoky quality to it. It's very complex. It's got a savory bit to it. It's dry. You definitely get the cherry coming through. But it's interesting because it started out as a brown ale, right? Which is crazy to me.
Fuck, that's right.
That like usually they finish very crisp, clean. This does not finish that way. It lingers on the
Mhm.
palate. It stays with you. Like it moved in and said, you know what? I like this place. I'm gonna stay for a minute, you know?
I seriously feel this thing's punched me in the face so many times I'm gonna get a black eye. Like I'm gonna wake up with a black eye in my right eye.
Sure.
Should we call the cops on this drink for you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll handle our own business.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Still,
Everything's sold in house. Have an arbitration and everything.
what do you think, Paul? You've been quiet.
There is a lot happening with this particular drink. A lot.
So much.
I couldn't quite figure out what the oakiness was until you said it, and I was like, oh my god, it is. It is smoky. It is. But I get that more in the back end. It is very fragrant. There's just so much happening with this particular sour. You know, it's not too
Dude,
tart, but
there
it
is-
does hit you.
So much going on.
And I can understand why it has the rating it does on Untapped. I can completely understand why. For me, I don't know if you guys have already rated. I think I was
We
just
have
drinking.
not.
and
No,
listening to
we've
you
just
guys.
been talking. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at this at all. This is more of a one-off for me though.
Okay.
As a sour drinker, I think I'm okay with not having it again, unless someone gets it for me
Sure.
again.
Again.
But I'm gonna rate it at 3.75.
Oh, still a good rating though.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Vic. I'll hand it to you because I have to think on this for a minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna go a 3.5 on this one. Paul is right. It's a very complex. I'm not sure the price point on this one, but drinkability wise, this is hard to drink over and over again. Like this is the kind of drink you want to have. Like it's kind of beer you want to have once a year at best. I think. It's difficult. Not difficult. That's the wrong word choice. There's a lot happening here, and it'll ruin your palate. I think after time. So it's like all these sours, they're palate destroyers.
They really are. That's a really great way to put it. And it's not often that drinks make me wince. Like I take shots of tequila regularly without wincing. This, fucking makes my face twitch. I like this is not for me. This is my least favorite beer of the episode so far. Still, thank you for sharing, Sean, but I hate it. I'm gonna give this a 2
Yeah. Okay.
because my guess is it's absurdly expensive. It's really oaky. It's
Mhm.
really smoky. like a dude from Muskogee.
Nice.
I don't want to drink dudes from Muskogee.
Nope.
And palate destroyer is a really good way to put it. Like I feel like I need to go brush my teeth and take some mouthwash and floss, and then do it again.
Yeah, man. The mouthfeel on this one does. It just like fucking coats it, man. And it just like that smoky quality is just fucking hanging out in your mouth, just saying, hey,
It's
bro.
there.
Like
Yeah.
just like open mouth says, hello. You know, like it's there on you.
Wish. Man, I'm glad this episode's almost over because I am done with these beers. But let us know, guys, because there are still even as many sequels as we brought up. I know there is a fuck tiggery ton that we missed. So let us know what we missed and what you guys think are some of the worst ones ever, or if you disagree. Let us know what your favorite sour beers are. I hope it's a very, very, very long time until we do a sour specific episode. My stomach is on fire right now. I do not like this. But that might be the lactobacillus in several of these beers also. Hi, Derek. What have you guys been doing, watching, reading, playing, jerking it to?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I've recently got into the South Park game, The Stick of Truth.
Oh, yeah.
That game is just super fun. It plays like an RPG, and mostly I got it because PlayStation had these like the weeks of summer deals where they just selling games for like next to nothing.
Sure.
So, yeah, I got that one, bundled it with the Fractured But Whole, so I wanted to play them both. Yeah, it just plays like a really good series on South Park, sort of like Imagination Land, or the Coon and Friends situation. It just super fun. Got into what else did I do? I watched a couple episodes of Stranger Things season 3.
Shit, that's right.
That was super fun. I'm really excited about that. This character of Billy looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna see this art go by.
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, I got to get up on that. I haven't watched any Stranger Things yet. See, this season, that is. Of
Oh,
course,
sure,
I
yeah.
watched them all, but not season 3.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, this is a big one. Fucking big weekend. Stranger Things and Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yep, I would
Haven't
like
watched
to
that
see it.
either.
Would like to see it.
Indeed. I did finally, it kind of snuck away from me. I don't know why, but I found it. I'm talking about Glow Season 2 on Netflix. Finally finished it. I watched it all in like 2 days.
Nice.
What a great show. The cast in this is phenomenal. The story's great. The acting's great. The heart's great. Just a roller coaster of emotion. I recommend everybody watch Glow Season 1, then watch the documentary of Glow, and then watch Glow Season 2. And then Season 3, because that'll be out soon.
Nice.
But it's phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, Mark Maron kicks a lot of ass in that. Allison Brie, and I forgot the lady who plays Liberty Bell, but she does a great
I
fucking
forget
job.
her name too, but she's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Well, and then the actual wrestler, Awesome Kong, who comes in and she plays in this one, Welfare Queen. She's absolutely phenomenal, and maybe one of the best actresses in this too.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We got a lot of real wrestlers come in like towards the end. The old wrestler Carlito coming in, and of course Chavo Guerrero, and the way that they put over these women and really kind of do a great thing for women wrestling and first down. No, it's super, super fun.
That's a good show, man. I do like it.
Excuse me. Sorry. What about you, Paula?
I'm still on my Marvel animation kick at the moment. So aside from the Ultron Revolutions,
Oh, okay.
the Guardians of the Galaxy there are also new episodes on the YouTube on there, and those particular episodes are just one-offs, and they're just fun and they're funny.
I can't tell you how cool that is that Marvel HQ has so much of their shit for free on YouTube.
That's super rad, man.
And these shows, I mean, granted, they're animated superheroes, but sure, they are dedicated towards kids, but they're not kiddish. They're not childish. Like, you could still enjoy it as an adult, as a comic book fan. A lot of them have great storytelling, great action, great animation. They're pretty fun. So I absolutely recommend checking out Marvel HQ and all the things that Paula just said.
Yeah.
Anything else before we boogie out for the people? Are you guys doing a tap takeover this Thursday, Paula?
I am not sure.
Okay.
The emails haven't came in yet, and I'm just now waking up.
We'll have to
being
check
drunk.
the calendar, but I think you do have
I
one.
think you might.
Okay, I have to talk to the representative. Also, Will Parr just did it without telling me, to be honest.
he's kind of taken over with that, so that's okay.
Mhm.
But yeah, I guess until next time, thanks for tuning in. Again, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe at All Things Brewnomics. Check out our Facebook group, the Brewnomics Brew Crew, and buy
Yeah.
a friend a beer.
Yeah. Check out Will and PK at the Homestead Thursdays.
Absolutely.
Every other Thursday.
Every other Thursday.
That's happening, yes.
Yeah. Until next time, I'm Jerry.
I'm Paula.
And I am Vic.
Cheers.
You're out.
Oh, let me get YouTube out. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching, Derek. Love you. See you tomorrow. Did you know